Hello, my lovely Leo, and welcome to your moon reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out your other readings, please do so. And if you are a cross watcher, make sure that you check out your other sign as well. So let's go ahead and see what we've got going on for you. We did just come out of a full moon weekend, so I know there is a lot of residual energy that people are feeling from that. So we will go ahead and get started here without further ado. This is a 7-card moon circle. The first position is indicative of what you're facing now or what you might be in. Second position is kind of what is kind of led you to this. The third position is somewhat similar to a challenge card in typical tarot, and it's what's keeping you in that. The fourth position is your optimal outcome should you follow the fifth, sixth, and seventh positions. And don't worry if you can't see this, we will go ahead and clarify them, discuss them a little bit as we go along. So the first position that we have here is blossoming. And I think for many of you, for most of you, I am feeling like this is actually a very positive situation. So, Leo, I feel like you're really trying to make that change. You are really trying to come out of whatever stagnation type of rut, almost type feeling you've been in. So whether that's your relationship, whether that is your family situation, whether that is your work situation, I feel like you are ready for more. I feel like you have grown past that. So maybe you've outgrown your relationship, maybe you've outgrown that job, and you just feel like they're not giving you creative license to go further. Your relationship has kind of run its course for you. This friendship has run its course, whatever it may be for you. But I feel like you really are kind of at that stage where you are ready to take it to another level, right? And whatever it may be. So you're maybe a little bit hesitant. I do feel like for many of you, you feel like you don't really know what that next level is. I feel like that's your biggest problem here, is that the blossoming card and the growth card can be different in that you have to blossom before you can grow, right? So I feel like you're at that blossoming stage, but the hesitancy is you don't know what to grow into, right? So you're almost like that caterpillar in the cocoon, not knowing what kind of butterfly you're going to emerge yet as, right? You know you want to be a butterfly, you know you need to be. You feel like you're wasted as a caterpillar right now, but you're like, I have no idea. Am I coming out as a monarch, and I don't know crap about butterflies, so I'm really wasting this reference pretty poorly, but you get the gist, right? That you don't know what's on the other side. So you're a little bit hesitant, right? You're like, I know I need more, but what do I do? How do I make more out of myself, right? I can't just jump ship on a job. I don't want to just jump ship on a relationship if I don't have something in mind of what I want or need, or even know what's out there, relationship-wise, job-wise, home-wise, family-wise, friendship-wise, whatever is your specific situation. So you know you need more, but you don't have the details or distinct vibe yet of what you need. And what got you into this is trust. And I think this is like a double-edged sword for you, okay? I feel like part of it is that you trusted too much, too long with the relationship, with the job, with whatever it may be for you, to kind of allow you to grow in it, right? Or grow with you. So I feel like maybe your person, if it's a relationship situation, maybe promised you certain things for a very long time, and you trusted, you gave them every benefit of the doubt, and then they just haven't come through. And now you're just like, enough's enough. I'm over it. I deserve more. I deserve better. And similarly, if it's the job situation, you've either maxed out what you can do at this position, or you have been told repeatedly that you are going to be, given the promotion, given the raise, given the bonus, given, whatever. And then it just seems like it's never coming to fruition for you, right? It's like, okay, how many more years do you expect me to sit here and waste my talent on this promises, these empty promises? My trust only runs so deep, right? And I think that you're at the end of the trust game, and now you're kind of coming to the opposite side of the sword, where the trust is to protect yourself. You're only trusting in yourself to protect yourself. So right now you're saying, okay, look, I'm done putting my trust in other people. My trust is going to be in me because I know I'm better than this. You're getting that vibe. You're finally fed up. You're finally having a belly full. You're saying, I trust me, right? You can't trust anybody sometimes except yourself, right? And this is where I'm at. I'm trusting in myself to do better. But again, you're still like, but what? I don't have a clear picture on what I want, right? I don't have something handed to me, right? I don't have somebody who's come up to me and said, hey, leave that job that's being unfair to you. I have this perfect opportunity for you that's absolutely right for you, right? You don't have this other person maybe specifically coming up to you and saying, hey, leave that relationship where they are, completely taking you for granted, completely making promises they have no intention of keeping, and be with me because I am this perfect person who would never do that to you. I am your dream significant other, bomb, right? You don't have that specific perfection on a plate yet, right? So you're still kind of like, I have trust in myself that I can find it, but I don't have it yet, right? And what's keeping you in this is you're still searching for that, right? So the darkness card is, see this little bunny? That is about you watching and learning, okay? And this card is actually so smart. It's like genius level card, because people will tell you anything you want to hear. And you've learned this, right? You've learned this the hard way, that they'll tell you they'll give you a raise. They'll tell you they're promoting you. They'll tell you they're going to, stop doing what they're doing in a relationship, or that they're going to take the relationship to the next level, anytime now, or whatever it may be, right? They'll tell you whatever you want to hear, but it doesn't mean that they're telling the truth, right? Nobody's going to take you and say, hey, you're never going to get promoted here. Keep working yourself to the bone, right? Nope. Nobody's going to say, hey, I'm absolutely never going to marry you, even though that's what you want, but let's keep dating for the rest of our lives. Yeah? That's great. No, they're not going to do that. Okay, let's be honest. So this little bunny is about hiding and watching, okay, right? They're watching what people are doing and how people act when they think nobody's looking, right? From the darkness, from the shadows, okay? So they're seeing, how is this job, this other job maybe that you're looking into, right? Or this other partner maybe you're looking to go into business with, start your own business with, whatever. How do they act with their other coworkers, with their other partners, whatever, when they think nobody's looking? Because that's character, right? That's real character, is how they act when they think nobody sees them. So, and if it's a relationship, you're watching how do they treat people that they've dated in the past, right? How do they treat their co-parent when they think nobody's looking, right? Are they kind? Are they decent? Or do they just put on shows when they know people are looking, right? And it's for that reason that you can go on the internet and find, reviews of companies that are anonymous, because no company is going to tell you, come work for us, we suck, we're going to treat you terrible. But you can go online and find out, is it a decent company to work for anonymously, right? Well, the same thing with relationships. Nobody's going to say, hey, date me, I'm a psycho, right? They're going to, they're going to tell you what they think you want to hear and then drop the bomb on you, right? So you're doing your recon, right? And this is genius, because you don't ever want to get in a position where you're stifled, where you're stuck, where you feel like you don't have creative license to grow or continue, or, get what you bargained for, basically. Because I feel like that's where you're at. You feel like you're in a position where you've been limited. You've got to something that you bargained for more, you were promised more, and you're not being given more, right? And I think that, you're doing what you need to do. I think this is smart. I think everything about this is smart, that you know you want more, you know you deserve more, and that's brilliant of you to recognize. You are putting your trust in yourself, which means that you do trust yourself. You aren't listening to any naysayers or anybody else. You are having faith in yourself. That's smart. And you're doing recon to make sure that anybody that you might put your trust in going forward is worth it, is worth your trust, right? All smart things. So what is your optimal outcome is going to be surrender. And surrender is surrendering to the universe, okay? And you're like, wait a minute, but that's not following with me doing all my undercover recon here. That's not following with me trusting myself. That's not following with me doing all this due diligence. Well, it is though, because the bottom line is we can only control so much, right? The universe is going to do what it's going to do. I mean, if you've ever heard the old adage that, you know, if you want to make God laugh, make a plan, right? So that's what this is, okay? You can prepare as best you can, right? You can limit your potential dangers or damages or whatever to the max capacity within your power, right? But we have a limit, right? We can only control so much, right? We can't control what other people do. We can't control what happens with everything else in the world. We can only control what we can control and how we can react to it, how we bounce back, how we respond, those kinds of things, right? So to really decide that we have done everything we can and that we're going to surrender the rest to the universe, you know, or some people will say, give it up, give it to God, give it up, give it to the universe, spirit, whomever you believe in, that is basically kind of like stress relief, right? You're letting go. You've done your part. You've done everything you can within your power to do what you can do. And the rest, you just have to let play out, right? And this is actually very good because at least you know you've done your part. Now it's up to the universe to do its part. And I think the universe is already set into motion. Everything about this is setting into motion positive for you. It's letting you know that you deserve to blossom, right? That's the first thing they've done. Then the universe has let you know that you need to trust in yourself, okay? And now the universe is telling you, hey, just make sure that you don't put your trust in anybody that you haven't already checked out. The universe is guiding you anyway to make sure that you're making good decisions, not jumping at things, not doing crazy things, right? So if you're doing your part, they're going to do theirs, right? Karma, it's real, right? So the first thing you do, how do you get there, right? Well, you get there by, first of all, finding out what's peace to you, okay? Because again, I think your biggest problem here is that you don't exactly know what you want, right? You may not have even ever had a chance to think about it. You've just been doing the same thing, hoping for the same thing that's being promised to you without ever really thinking about, well, if I have to change it up, what do I want to do? What will I do? What can I do? What's going to bring me the happiness? Because, you know, realistically, you may want something totally different than what you have. You may be working that job, working your fingers to the bone because you're good at it, right? But not necessarily because you love it, because you're good at it. But if you do something that you love, that you're passionate about, you never really work a day in your life, right? That's the old saying. So think about it. If you can work that hard at something that you're really good at and still be promised certain things and not given it, maybe you want to try something you're really passionate at where you can control it, right? Start your own business, do your own thing. You know, it's a thought. That's just an example, of course, but it's a thought that might be something that gives you peace, not having to rely on somebody else for your happiness. Doing the things that you enjoy, not necessarily just because you're good at it, but maybe there's something you're good at and you enjoy, right? I don't care if it's basket weaving. I don't care if it's selling snow cones on the roadside in Alaska. Whatever it is, if you're good at it, if you can make money at it, if you enjoy it, if it brings you peace, and you don't have to answer to anybody or wait on anybody else to make you promises that they're not going to keep, that might be perfect for you, right? Same thing with a relationship. You're looking for somebody else to give you what you want in order to make you happy and bring you peace. Maybe there's somebody already out there who wants to give you what you want, You don't have to wait on that. And that's what will be your peace. So again, finding what is going to bring you peace, the things you like, the things you want, that's your first step. You have to determine what's going to make you happy. And for a lot of you, that may be hard. It may be easier to whittle down the things that don't make you happy first, right? What did I really not like about this job? What did I really not like about this relationship? Maybe you've been in it for so long that that's all you really know, because you don't know what to compare it to that's good out there. But you know you don't want this, 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 and this. So look for something opposite that, right? But until you know what you want, how in the world are you going to find it? That's number one, okay? Number two is you have to keep faith. And you have to keep faith in yourself. And this is imperative because I do believe that this whole situation here is universally fated for you. Truly. The blossoming, you understanding at this point that you are kind of outgrowing this relationship, you are outgrowing this job, you are past the bull of the empty promises, you're done trusting that it's going to just take care of itself, and you're ready to trust in yourself and move forward. You're ready to find somebody or something that is going to be more in line with what you want and match your peace, so that your harmony, right? You have harmony, you have matching energies. This is where you keep the faith in yourself to do that and to be that you can do anything you want, right? So kind of keep your open mind, right? It's an open mind situation. You may find somebody that you never in the world thought you would match with, right? Never. Like, this is the opposite of the person I thought I would ever want to date. This is the opposite job I ever thought I would like. And you might love it. This might be the most peaceful, calming, wonderful relationship, job, friendship, situationship, place to live, whatever it may be for you in the world, right? Because, you know, it's totally different and you never experienced it, but now you're keeping an open mind and keeping faith in yourself to know what you want, what you can do, what you can achieve, as long as you're given open reins to do it, right? And then the last card is the Void, and I love this. I say I love this card every time, but I do. It's where you go into your quiet, peaceful, happy, calm, safe space to think, to decide what you need, to plan out what you want to do, and you come out rested, rejuvenated, stronger, with a better plan and a better idea to move ahead in your strongest, happiest, most powerful, most well thought out, most planned form, right? So this is perfect here, because once you've got faith that you can do anything you want, sky's the limit. All you got to do is put that plan together. And how do you decide that what you want? Well, you figure out what brings you peace first, right? And that may be trial and error for you. You may have to go to some things like, you know, different clubs or groups, or try new things that you've never tried before, you know, and that may be an experience that you really enjoy too. You may never have had the time, effort, energy, excitement to do those kinds of things, and you may learn and meet tons of new people just trying that. You may go to a painting class, go to a cooking class, something like that, and find a whole new side of yourself you didn't even realize existed. That's all part of your blossoming, right? You are becoming a whole new version of yourself, right? And you blossom before you grow. And this is part of your growing. Once you come out, you are coming out a stronger person with a whole new plan of growth, right? Where at that point, you surrender to the universe to allow you to grow, right? That's what that is. That's ultimate growth, okay? Because at this point, you've done your due diligence. You've decided what it is that makes you happy. You have put the faith in yourself, the universe, spirit guides. You have put forth all of the, efforts you can to make sure that you have background checked it, planned it out, and found your peace. And at that point, all you can do is give it your best shot, right? And that's how we find our happy, right? We find our happy by trial and error. I mean, if we were all born And the very first thing we ever did made us blissfully happy. No one would ever make accidents. No one would ever make mistakes. We would never learn anything. That's what life's about. But right now, you are at a pivotal moment where you know that you're sick and tired of something. You know you deserve more. You know you're ready to blossom and grow into something much bigger and much better. And now's the time to make it happen. Okay? So hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I hope to see you back very soon. Bye.